It's Friday night. That means high school football on WKTV. And tonight, we're at Kentwood High School. I'm Ray Peeler along with Jim Zankel. And tonight, the Jenison Wildcats and the Kentwood Falcons battling for first place, Jim.
This is it, Ray. This is what it's all about. You know, just a few minutes ago, I was walking around here in the stands and talking with the coaches and everything else. You could just feel the electricity.
There's going to be upwards of 6,000 people here tonight.
This will be jam-packed.
Yep, and you can't hold any more than that, and its first place is at stake. And, of course, Kentwood has already qualified for the playoffs with 6 wins.
Correct. And you know, the nice part about tonight's game is the fact that both teams have so much at stake. I mean, it's not only first place in the OK Red, but like you say, the momentum now is building for Kentwood in the state championship going into the playoffs. And so consequently, neither team can afford a loss.
Okay, we're going to be right back with the opening kickoff right after this message. We're WKTV. We support student athletes in Wyoming, Kentwood, and Gaines. Well, we're going to go right to the field, to the Kentwood Marching Band with our national anthem as we honor America. Well, a fine rendition by the Kentwood High School Band of our national anthem. I'm Ray Peeler along with Jim Zankel, again with our 21st year of covering high school athletes in Wyoming, Kentwood, and Gaines. We're at East Kentwood tonight where the Jenison Wildcats will battle it out with East Kentwood for first place. Take a look at the officials for tonight's game, a veteran crew with referee Jeff Still. The other officials are Leon Still, Mark Roca, Marv Hinga, and Dave Baldus. So that's the crew for tonight. And then we're going to go in and take a look at the standings in the OK League. And we'll start off, Jim, I think we're going to start off with a white. We see East Grand Rapids at 4-0, 6-0. They've qualified for the playoffs also.
You know, looking at all this, Ray, as you're going to pretty much describe to everybody, it just shows the balance in all 5 leagues. You look at the top 3 teams in each division, and you've got some teams right there that not only are playing very, very good football, but will certainly make an effort to get into the state playoffs.
Then we'll take a look at the gold, and of course South Christian at 4-0 is perfect on the season. 5-1 overall. They got to pick up one more win to qualify for the playoffs, and of course Cedar Springs and Caledonia right there, right behind them.
You know, I was just looking out over this field, and again, it just reminds me so much of former days here when we played before packed houses, and it's just so exciting to see high school football on an absolutely gorgeous, beautiful evening like this. But Ray, just take a look down here at the north end of the field. Look at that American flag. It's just laying absolutely limp.
Yep.
No wind, nothing.
And take a look at the OK Blue here. Byron Center 4-0, Coopersville 4-0, and Byron Center is at Coopersville tonight. So that's the big game in the OK Blue. Both of those teams have qualified for the playoffs. So more than likely, they haven't seen the last of each other even after tonight. And in the silver, Allendale is 6-0. They've qualified for the playoffs, and they're 4-0 in the league and have a 1 game up on Hopkins in Comstock Park. And of course, Hopkins with Rex Weaver there is always a threat for the championship.
And I'm sure you know this, but you know, Rex is a former coach here from East Kentwood High School.
There you go.
Yeah, he taught and coached at Kentwood for a number of years, and then left and went over there to Hopkins and put that program together, and has just done an outstanding job.
Well, you take a look here at the standings, and that's a misprint there. That's not 4-2 for Granville. It's 4-0. They're 4-2 overall. They and East Kentwood is leading with 4-0, and Jenison at 3-1. If they win tonight, of course, they can pull up even with East Kentwood, and depending upon what Granville does, they may be tied for first place. But anyway, this is going to be a wing-ding of a ball game. And 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to be right back here for the East Kentwood-Granville game, and that's going to be a key game in this OK Red also. Well, it looks like East Kentwood will kick off, and they will defend the north goal and kick to the south. And luckily for us, the sun is going down behind the bleachers across the way, and so we're no longer blinded. And okay, that's Cole Allman, or Ailman. So we got the kickoff and we're underway, and it's going out of bounds at the 15-yard line, so the penalty will be assessed. They'll come out to the 35-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. They'll come out with Steve Brander at quarterback, number 7, 6'5", 205 pounds. The setback will be Jonathan Zavitz at 5'9", 155. And they'll split 2 people out. Well, you see they're in a shotgun to start with. They like to throw the football. He hands off to Zavitz, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage, maybe even a yard or 2 loss. Back to throw as Brander looking down the sideline. He's got it up in the air. That's number 9. I think it's Pete Trammell. Got that one. A gain all the way down to the 35-yard line of East Kentwood. So a nice gain of 30 yards on a pass play. 32, actually. Give up the middle again to Zavitz, but he stopped right at the line of scrimmage for a yard or 2 loss again. So you can look for Brander to put it in the air. Again, no huddle. Three men on the flank to the right out here. Throws out to the sideline. He's got it to Drew Jenison, the 6', 177-pounder, takes it out of bounds after a gain of 5. No huddle again. 2nd down, 5. Little flare out to Drew Jenison. Going left side, he's got some running room. He's got the 1st down. Down inside the, well, let's take a look. 40, inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. Well, Truck, if you could turn Jim's mic up a little bit, I can hardly hear him with all the crowd noise here. Throwing long for the end zone. Got it. Derek Nelson, 6'4", 185-pound flanker. got the touchdown with 10:48 to go. We got the fireworks we expected, Jim.
Derek Nelson split the defenders. That pass was thrown absolutely perfect.
Oh, I checked it. So, pass to Derek Nelson. Spotted, booted. It's kicked. It's good. I did. It's not. It's okay. Yes.
Donovan Terrace kicked that extra point. He caught the touchdown pass. I'm talking right now.
He's talking right now, but I can't hear him. I did. I've checked it 3 times. Well, we got a little trouble there, Jim. We'll have to figure out what it is. No. Okay. So quickly, with 10:48 to go, Jenison up 7-0.
They moved. I can't speak.
Yeah.
About 65 yards.
Wait a minute, I see it. What happened? I see what happened. I got it. Stepped on the court. I got it. There we go. We're back up.
Jenison kicked off right there. Number 3 from Kentwood received the ball on the 3-yard line. Watch out, boys and girls. Here we go. It's a foot race. It's a foot race. Number 17 from
Corey
Jenison.
Sanders. He got around. Oh, he stepped out of bounds at the 14-yard line.
Number 17 from Jenison. That is Eric Wieringa. Saved the touchdown. I'm telling you, Ray, right now, we're in for a ball game. This is going to be a Donnybrook.
Corey Sanders, he's a quarterback on offense, but he ran that one back. He's 5'9", 185, and did he take off? He really read some blocks through there.
He caught that ball on the 3-yard line and ran it all the way down to the 15.
Take a look at it here.
Here he comes. You can see right there the blocks are set up. He only had one man to beat. Number 17 played it very well, and he used the sideline as his 12th player. Nice job there by the Jenison player, number 17.
Back to live action. Corey Sanders, the quarterback. Cole Illman's the fullback. The give is to Eric Foster.
Number 5.
The senior, 190-pounder. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Number 35 from Jenison is Bruce Hardner, and Bruce introduced himself. He let it be known right then and there, you don't run in my territory. Jenison lined up at a 5-man line, and they were playing him. The 5-4-2.
Full house T. Give up the middle.
Nothing happening there.
Nope. Fullback. Stopped right at the 15-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 10.
This East Kentwood High School offense, Ray, has been running up 60 points the last 2 games. And right now, they've got to work out a situation here to offset the Jenison defense.
I kicked the cord.
They're in a 5-man front, and right now they're playing head up on those tackles.
3rd down and 10 at the 15. Sanders rolling right, looking for a receiver. Throws it, he's got his man. That's Matthew
There's a flag
Shillito.
on the play. There's a flag on the play. Our first, it looks like illegal man downfield. Thanks, Nance.
Now Nancy Ely.
Penalty
is
is against East Kentwood. Looks like an illegal man downfield.
So that's going to bring it back, and it'll still be 3rd down, but it's going to walk it off from the 15.
You know, it's kind of interesting, Ray, on that play. They went to the air, and we've seen them now a couple times this year, and they really don't put the ball in the air.
No, they don't.
Their offense is built around the run and deception, but the way Jenison is playing this, it looks like they've been very well coached and been scouted. East Kentwood's been scouted, and they're well prepared for this game.
So 3rd down and 15.
Jenison now is in a 4-man front. It's a 4-4-3.
Up the middle.
Yeah, up the middle right
Again.
there.
That's Cole Elman one more time. The senior gets down, picks up about 5, maybe 6. It's going to be 4th down and 9.
4th down and 9.
They can get a first down at about the 3-yard line.
Here is the first big play of this ball game, Ray. This is very important for East Kentwood to sustain this drive.
4th and 10 at the 15. Corey Sanders, the quarterback. Keeping rolling as it looking to the end zone. Throws it up in the air. Oh, it was tipped about 3 times. So the Wildcats held, and they'll take over at the 15-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Jenison Wildcats.
Ray, I don't know if our fans can hear us over the bedlam, the noise that we're getting here. We're located on the visitor side, which is the Jenison Wildcats. And right now, Jenison Wildcats are in this ball game. They are dominating the line of scrimmage. And in the backfield, one thing that's very interesting, defensive backs per man are as much as 3 inches taller than the East Kentwood Falcons.
This Steve Brander is a big man. He's 6'5", 205. He stands big and tall back
yes,
there.
You bet.
He can see over that line real good. From the give up the middle to Jonathan Zavitz.
Yeah, he was met right there. East Kentwood sticking right there. Number 32 came in there and made that hit. And that's Rosser, Nikos Rosser.
He has Zavitz in the backfield with him, and he can play action. Now he looks like he's going to go under center. He is.
You notice, though, they don't go to a huddle.
Nope. Again, stays right with it.
Right there, off
Jonathan
tackle.
Zavitz. He's up over the 20, call it the 20-yard line.
East Kentwood's lining up in that 5-man front, and right now they're looking at it with some changes in mind, I'm sure.
3rd down 4 for the Wildcats. Now the shotgun again. Brander looking. No, he's going to keep it, and he's going to be thrown for a loss back inside the 20. So that's going to bring up
that tackle. Coming in there is number 5. Number 5 for East Kentwood High School. That's Eric Foster. He fended off the blocker, came right up there and broke up the play.
Very important series for Kentwood on defense that time.
Absolutely.
And they came up tough.
They came up tough and held them.
So now again we have Corey Sanders, a lone man back. Looks like he got the rush on, but they're covering the flankers here because not sure that that Brander can throw.
Oh, he almost blocked it. Almost blocked it.
Kentwood man is smart. He ran to the sideline, get out of the way of it.
Hit the Jenison player.
At the 45-yard line. So Kentwood will get good field position at the Jenison 45-yard line.
You know, one real big thought right now before we get any further in this ballgame, Ray, and that's that play that number 17 made on Eric Foster, which prohibited him from scoring a touchdown. I mean, he fended off that block, used the sideline, drove Eric out of bounds. That play right now is really big.
And he just touched the sideline.
Just touched it.
He just touched it.
Yep.
The official was right on it.
Yep, it was a good play and a good call.
I think it was Leon Still was right there.
I certainly hope that these fans who are watching this on TV can hear us over the crowd, because this is quite a loud crowd.
Corey Sanders now with his Falcons at the 46-yard line, 1st and 10. Looked like a little movement there.
I was going to say.
There we go, right up the
number
middle.
30
That's
right there.
Cole, there's the running game that Kentwood
there it
has.
is. Okay, right there's a first down, and there's a flag on the play. Jenison, unnecessary roughness, piling on. 2 flags, not a flag, 2 flags.
So it was a gain of about almost 20 yards.
Yep.
But there's also going to be walk off another 15 probably. Yep. And so once again, Kentwood's going to be deep in Wildcat territory.
Jenison on that play went to a 4-man front, and they right away were unable to shift over there and stop that off-tackle play. That was the third man through, by the way.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 at the, looks like about the 12-yard line, 12 and a half.
Yep.
Corey Sanders has his full backfield there with Kyle Hinton and Eric Foster and Cole Ailman.
Jenison right now is in that 5-man front, 5-4.
Long count. The give us to Kyle Hinton, right side. Looks like he's down inside the 10 to about the 9.
I'm going to tell you something right now, Ray. There's a real battle going on there in that line of scrimmage. You watch it, both tackles. Number 75 for Jenison going right up there, and number 54 for Jenison. Those 2 gentlemen right there, Brent Winchell and Jeff Ritzma. They are really playing tough up there in front. Kentwood's really tight in their offensive line.
Second down, 6.
There he goes.
Up the middle,
30.
there's
He's in.
Cole
Off
Ellman.
tackle. I'll tell you right now.
In for the touchdown, 12-yard run.
I'll tell you, Justin Pollock, who's the left guard, threw a block in there that just opened it up all the way. And he ran through that line, and I don't even think he was touched. Really did a nice job.
So that was about a 50-yard drive because I think they got it right at midfield. Going for 2.
Going for 2.
The give is to Kyle Hinton.
Number 44, and he made it. He piled in.
So Kentwood up by 1, 8-7.
That line of scrimmage, Ray, that's where it's being played right now.
With 6 minutes to go, it's 8-7 in favor of Kentwood. We'll be right back with a kickoff right after this message. We're WKTV, TV 25. We're supporting Kentwood and Games.
First inspires in young people, their schools and communities, an appreciation of science and technology, and an understanding that mastering these can enrich the lives of all. First designs accessible, innovative programs to build self-confidence, knowledge, and life skills, while motivating young people to pursue opportunities in science, technology, and engineering. For more information, please contact Wyoming, Godwin, and Kellogg'sville Public Schools. Thank you.
Corey Sanders kicking off for Kentwood. A good kick deep all the way down to the 4-yard line.
Oh, Ma, I tell you, he had 4 men in front blocking, and breaking through in there was number 30. Number 30 just split it right there for East Kentwood. That number 30 is Noel Ellman. He just busted right in there and broke it up.
Nathaniel Reed was the man running the ball back, number 27. So the Jenison Wildcats once again will take over. With 5:53 to go in the first quarter, we have a score of 8-7 in favor of the Kentwood Falcons. They split 3 men wide left, 1 wide right.
Kentwood on this one has a 3-man front. 3 men down, and that's it.
Brander hits Drew Jenison. He's got the first down up across the 35 to about the 37-yard line.
Kentwood was actually in a 3-man front with 5 men in the linebacker's position, and Drew was wide open.
Well, he sent 2 men deep on that side and 1 man short, and he hit the short man. 3 men on his side. Trips right now. No, let's go live action. Oh, missed right through his fingertips was Eric Wieringa. They're not going with a huddle, so it makes it really tough for us to do replays because they're not huddling up. They're just calling the signal right at the line. They're lining up again now in the shotgun.
Kentwood still staying in that 3-man front. It's a 3-4.
Oh, it was a lateral. Or was it incomplete? Let's see what they rule it. It was intended for Eric Wieringa, almost a lateral.
Almost a lateral. Number 28 for Kentwood, that was Daniel Reynolds. Really played that very well. The blocker came out, and he fended him off and stayed with him all the way. Good play. You know, we're really seeing some outstanding football here. Jenison and their offense not calling any huddles, calling all their plays at the line of scrimmage. Keep in mind, these are high school kids, and this is outstanding.
3rd and 10, he's rolling right. He's got 3 receivers going. Throws deep. He's got the man down here, number 2, which is Derek Nelson, for the first down inside of Kentwood territory at the 44-yard line.
Donovan was wide open. Right now, Kentwood's back, their defensive backs are giving them way too much room. They're going to have to play it a lot tighter than that.
Shotgun, no, we can't. Shotgun again, trips left right now. The snap's going to go direct to Brander. Looking deep, he's got a man going sidelines. He's got him down there, inside the 40 to about the 39, a gain of about 5. So now they send trips to the right. Let's see, they got 17 out there. That's Eric Wieringa. 12 is Drew Jenison. Brander keeping it himself on the quarterback draw. Gets down to about the 36, and that's it. Gets a yard, and that's about it.
Here's a little food for thought, Ray. The way this pace of this game is going right now, conditioning is going to be absolutely critical.
Yep.
As we get into the second half, especially in the fourth quarter, I just can't imagine these kids keeping up this pace.
3rd down 3. Looking right. Got the man, went for the interception, but Derek Nelson takes it down to about the 20-yard line.
Daniel Reynolds actually had that pass. It went right through his hands. Had he caught that ball, Ray, that's all between him and the goal line was air.
Green grass. So it's 1st and 10, though, at the 20-yard line for the Wildcats. Well, we got a infraction. Yep, offsides. Kentwood jumped. So now it's going to be 1st down and 5.
This is so uncharacteristic of a Kentwood team. Something that John Shalito is very pleased with, I'm sure.
1st and 5. The setback is Jonathan Zavitz. The quarterback, Steve Brander. Give to Zavitz, right up the middle. He's down to the 10. Got the 1st down inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Wildcats.
Kentwood has been going from a 3-man front to a 4-man front, trying to stop this attack, but right now they're not having too much success.
Mark the chains, start the clock at 3:41. Brander's man over in the end zone. Did he hang on to it? He did.
Held on to it.
Pete
Number
Trammell
9.
once again. Pete Trammell, the tight end.
That's Pete Trammell. Pete Trammell again, and the size of him, 6'3", he's way too big for those defensive backs for East Kentwood High School. They can't handle him.
Take a look at it right there. You saw
Yep.
it one more time. Now they'll set up to kick. 13-8. Holding number 16, Benjamin Wells. The kick is long enough and it's up.
It's good.
So it's 14-8 now in favor of Jenison. So we'll be right back after this message with a kickoff for WKTV TV 25.
Every day on the set, we get to portray heroes.
But the men and women of the Naval Reserve are real-life neighbors, our friends.
Every day, making a difference.
Sometimes even putting themselves in harm's way to keep our nation safe.
Making a difference.
That's what real heroes do.
Find out how you can make a difference by joining the Naval Reserve.
Call 1-800-USA-USNR.
The United States Naval Reserve. Stay strong.
Derek Nelson, number 2, will kick off.
Couple of things that are noticeable right off the very bat, Ray. Number 1 is the overall size of Jenison in terms of height. They've got at least 5 players that are at 6'2" or taller, and on the field right now, Kentwood doesn't have anybody 6'2". Oh, a little squib kick.
Yep. Sanders will take it down on the 12-yard line, come up the left side looking for a block. He gets hit at the 30.
At the 30-yard line.
But it's a good run back of 18 yards, and they'll take over at their own 30. Corey Sanders will lead them out. Once again, Kyle Hinton, Cole Allman, and Eric Foster in the backfield. The center is Justin Berry. The guards are Shady Brichet. Whoa, I can't pronounce that one. Justin Pollock, Ryan Vandermeer, and Matthew Cableman are the tackles. Split in as Matthew Shillito and Thomas Slager is a tight end. But they're in tight on both sides now with a tight T. Sanders giving off. It's Eric Foster picking his way upfield for
about a yard.
It wasn't Foster. Well,
5-man front. And again, the size, the overall height of those Jenison defenders are much greater than the East Kentwood High School kids. And they're having a tough time handling them up there.
2nd down, call it 10. Short 10, long 9. Quarterback still has the ball rolling right, working his way up to about the 35. It's going to be 3rd down and about 5.
For Jenison, number 75, Brent Winchell, left tackle, is really playing tough up there in that line of scrimmage. again, I want to say this, Ray. I think conditioning is going to be just absolutely critical. This is a big down right here for Kentwood, 3rd and 6.
They need to get to the 40. Corey Sanders gives up the middle to Allman. He gets a yard, and that's it. It's going to be 4. Fourth down. Cole Ailman's the punter, I believe. Yep. Kicks it, gonna get a good roll.
Oh, good roll.
Rolling all the way down, is picked up at the 9-yard line, and he's met
he
right
is
there and
bounced
thrown
right
down
there.
at the 10.
Number 23 for East Kentwood High School. That is Ronald Burns Jr. Came right after him and got him right there on the 10-yard line, and that's as far as he got.
He had to pick it up, Jim. If he hadn't, it would have rolled down to about the 3 or 4 yard line, and Kentwood would have stopped it right there. So he was fortunate enough to hold it at the 10.
So there's 90 yards between them and the goal. 10-yard line, and here we go. It's kind of funny out there. The officials are wiping their brow. They're running, and let me say this right now. This is an excellent crew of officiating. They're right on each play. They have done an outstanding job. But we're going to test their conditioning tonight also.
Trips left. Brander rolling left, looking. He slips away from one of the linemen who had him in his grasp, but he gets 5 yards.
It looks like to me, what was it, number 65 for East Kentwood High School had him?
And
That'd be Andrew Smith. He had him for a loss, but he was able to break away. But there again, Ray, is that size. That size is just, he's too big and too strong.
Shotgun, trips right. Overloading this zone over here, but he gives up the left side to
what a
Jonathan
great play that
Zavitz.
was. That was number 5 for East Kentwood High School, Eric Foster. Eric just stayed and played his territory, and he just met him head on.
So it's going to be 3rd down, call it 3.
Big down here. Big down, they need 3 yards.
Trips right, flanker left.
Kentwood with a 3-man front.
Looking.
There's that pass.
Nope, he's going to run it. He's going to get the first down up to about the 25. Well, we mentioned he's a big man. He's 6'5", 205 pounds.
Yeah. And that's the first time that the defensive backs for Kentwood had all of the receivers covered. But that's one of the real problems that you have with that 3-man front. Once you get past those 3 men, then, you know, you've got another 5 or 8 yards before the first defender comes upon you.
Trips left, flanker right. Give up the middle. That's
Oh,
Zavitz.
and he's met right there.
No gain. Loss of maybe a foot. We'll call it no
Number
gain.
65 for East Kentwood who stayed home. That's Andrew Smith. Andrew stayed right home and hit him head on.
Well, it's going to be 2nd down and 10.
I'm impressed with the way this Jenison offense is being run. I mean, they are really taxing this East Kentwood High School defense.
Trips right.
They're going to let the clock run down.
And that's the end of the first quarter. The scores, the Jenison Wildcats 14, the East Kentwood Falcons 8. We'll be right back right after this message. We're WKTV TV 25.
Stay eligible for student loans, job training, and government jobs. Register with Selective Service when you turn 18. Your future is riding on it.
Well, we played 12 minutes, Jim, and it's just about what we expected. 3 touchdowns in that first period, 14-8.
I'm tired. I don't know about you, but I'm tired.
Oh, we're going to be by the time the night's over.
I mean, these kids are going at it.
We're packed in here at about 6,000 people, probably.
Yeah, I would say looking at around here, 6,000. A couple of observations, though, Ray. Number one, it's very evident that the overall size, height in particular, of the Jenison Wildcats over the East Kentwood Falcons is going to play a major, major role in their offense as well as defense.
Shotgun formation, trips right. He pitches out to Zavitz to the right side. He's met there, but he cuts it back. And he gets up close to the 30-yard line, 35-yard line. To about the 34. about a yard short of the first down. It's going to be 3rd down and 1.
That's
Again,
the first.
trips right. Flanker left. Zavitz caught something. Somebody moved or something.
It's going to be illegal procedure against
right.
Jenison.
So it's going to make it 3rd down and 6 now. So that may make a difference in the call he had there.
They pulled that same play before, and East Kentwood High School was offsides. This time the Falcons stayed home, showed some discipline on that defensive line.
So 3rd down and 6. They send trips right, flanker left. Setback is Zavitz, quarterback Brander. Going to take a direct snap in the shotgun. Rolling right, looking, under pressure. Throws down, no. Up about the 45-yard line. Incomplete. So it's going to be 4th. And they'll have to punt. So after the 2 opening drives, the defenses have held on a couple of series here.
You know, it's kind of interesting over here on this side. Number 23 was defending number 9 for Jenison, and there was a difference there of over 6 inches in height. And I think pretty soon the coaches from Jenison are going to pick that up, and they'll start using that to their advantage. Nice kick, picking up on the 30.
Corey Sanders.
Called a clip.
Yep.
Called a clip right there on the 35-yard line.
So we'll see what the
you'll see this clip here. Number 12 right there gets clipped by number 30, East Kentwood High School.
So it appears they had 2 penalties on the play. There was a holding call up there, and then there was also the block in the back down here. So,
you know, this is one of the things that Coach Shalito was concerned about, the fact that not to give Jenison any more advantage than absolutely necessary. And these penalties that are starting to mount up for the East Kentwood Falcons are certainly going to be instrumental.
But we have the football at the 25-yard line. Key formation. Full house backfield. Give right up the middle. Eric Foster for no gain.
At the bottom of the pile there is number 77 for Jenison. Number 77 for Jenison is Pat Veldhuis. Played that very, very tough. I'll tell you, that front 5 for Jenison is as good a front 5 as we've seen all year, Ray. Yep. They are playing very, very tough, hard-nosed football.
So Corey Sanders, the quarterback. 2nd down and 10. He's got it on his hip going left side. He's got some running room. He's got the 1st down. He's up over the 35 to about the 36-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Falcons.
I don't know if we can get a replay on that or not. If we can, just watch number 5 and the fake that he has on this play. He ran all the way down the field like he had the football. Can we get a replay on that, fellas? Here it comes. Watch number 5 on this. He'll run all the way down there, and they think he actually has the ball.
That's Eric Foster.
Yep. What a great job he did there.
Give up the middle to Elman.
Number 30.
He's got the 1st down again. He's up close to midfield at about the 47-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Falcons again.
That 5-man front for Jenison right now is being manhandled by the East Kentwood Falcons. Number 50's coming in for Jenison, and number 77's coming out. Number 50 for Jenison is Bauma, Kevin Bauma. He's playing the nose guard right now.
1st and 10 for the Falcons. Boy, if you could look down that line, they're just inches apart. They're right there. Foster, right side. No, it's Elman up the middle. He's got 5. He's up over the midfield down to about the 48-yard line of the Wildcats.
I'm sure we can't pick up the sounds on our speaker system, Ray, but you and I up here, we can hear that clanging of helmets and those shoulder pads crashing down there.
Our field might be picking it up.
I hope so, because I'll tell you, fans, if you can hear it, they're really playing tough football out there.
Well, this is as good as it gets.
It doesn't get any better.
2 Class A schools. 2nd down 5. That's Foster. No,
Number
no,
40.
that's Kyle
Number
Hinton.
40 for Kyle
He's got the first down, I believe.
You know, Ray, this is one of the things about this offense
Good
East Kentwood
faking.
runs. They know that they don't pass, so Jenison literally has 9 men in the box. You'll notice that they're playing a 5-4, and they're playing them head up. So they've got 2 defenders back, and you can do that when you know that the other team either isn't going to pass or can't pass.
1st and 10 for the Falcons on the Wildcats' 43-yard line.
This series started on the 25, so they're marching right along.
Give up the middle. That's Elman. He breaks a tackle. He's on his feet. He's got another first down. Down to the 30.
See, this is the other thing with that 5-4. Once you get past those 9 players, you've only got 2 men to contend with. And Kentwood right now is getting those quick hitters. They're starting to come now.
1st and 10. Mark it on a 30. He's got Eric Foster, Cole Elman, and Kyle Hinton in the backfield.
Jenison's gone back to their 4-man line. It's a 4-4-3 now.
Give. Hinton coming right side. He's got a couple, and that's about it. Going to be 2nd down and 7.
Kentwood goes to the conventional huddle, both on offense and as well as on defense, which gives the Jenison Wildcats kids a chance to rest. There's another flag on the play.
Looks like somebody might have lined up in the neutral zone. Offside defense,
Offside,
so that's
yeah,
going to make it
Jenison.
2nd down and short. Now,
Yep.
with 7, it's going to be 2nd down and 2. So that penalty hurts Jenison. It helps the Falcons.
You know, earlier in the telecast, we had mentioned the fact that conditioning is going to play a part. I think you're beginning to see now where the pace of this football game is starting to take its toll. So it's going to be real interesting to see with here right now with 7 minutes and 45 seconds left to go in the first half. Exactly where the Jenison and East Kentwood kids line up.
Sanders gives off to
Number 30.
Cole
What great
Elman.
balance. He's all the way.
Oh, he took a hit, but he's into the end zone.
Number 30, I'll tell you right now.
Cole Elman.
Noel Elman. He was hit 3 times, Ray. 3 times.
22-yard
watch
run.
it right as he gets hit on the line of scrimmage. That's the first one. He gets hit by the linebacker. That's the second one. And then in the end zone, he gets hit again. Watch his hit. There he is. Feet are out from underneath him, and there he comes. Keep in mind that series started on the 25-yard line.
75
yards. They marched right down there.
7:34 of the 2nd quarter.
Going for 2 points.
2. Oh,
he got tripped up.
Give us to Kyle Hinton. He got tripped up. His
Number
run
21
was no good. So
Number 21 for Jenison. Eric Lefevre broke in there and got an ankle.
So with 7:34 to go in the first half, it's 14-14. We'll be right back right after this message. We're WKTV, TV 25. We're your high school sports channel for Wyoming, Kentwood, and Gaines. We'll be right back.
Don't bug out.
Do we play on that extra point?
Well, Cole Elman will be kicking off here for the Falcons. Good kick. Hits down on the 20, rolling down to the 10, inside to about the 8-yard line. Picked up there by number 17. That's Eric Wieringa, and he gets it back out to about the, let's call it 20-yard line, no, 19-yard line.
And he's brought down by Dan Reynolds. Both teams have excellent special teams. The coverage on these kicks and punts is excellent. These kids really go down and tackle very, very well. Jenison coaches have the team over on the sideline, and they're calling a series of plays right there from the sidelines.
And it's going to be spread formation again with trips right. Steve Brander, the quarterback, he's going under center now. Jonathan Zavitz, the running back. Brander keeps the ball, comes to the left side, maybe a yard, and that's about it, Jim.
What this series is starting, what, Ray, what is that, about the 18-yard line?
Yes.
18-yard line, so we're going to see right here.
I had it 19, but yeah,
Okay,
right around
18, 19-yard line right there.
Coming right up the middle, got the first down. That's the fullback, Jonathan Zavitz.
I'll tell you, number 12 there made a great move.
No, wait a minute. That was Eric Waringa, number 17.
Right. Number 12 for Kentwood made a great move to come in there. Number 17 stopped on a dime and gave him a nickel's worth of change, boy. They really made two great football moves right there.
Brander looking, going to throw to the side. It's
nice
blocked
play.
at the line of scrimmage. And
that was number 50.
Eric Foster got a hand on it, too.
Yeah,
number 5.
That's Shady Kurdish. Number 50. Nice job there. Kentwood right now is going to that three-man front. These linebackers are staying home and just kind of playing off the quarterback.
Second down and 10 now. Trips right, flanker left. Brander back to throw, looking. Throws short man, safety valve. That's Waringa. Eric coming to the side. He's got the first down up to the 45-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
This is a very good Jenison offense, Ray. You notice this right now. They send those receivers down deep, which opens it up right over the middle.
And Waringa kind of delayed.
That's right. He just kind of sits back in there and fills the void.
Yep.
Nice job.
1st and 10 now at the 44. Trips right, spread left. Quarterback Brander keeping. He gets a yard or two. He's up over the 45 to about the 40. Well, call it the 45.
Ray, he gets 2 yards just falling down.
He does.
I mean, he's 6'3",
just fall
6'4".
forward.
Yep.
That's all he's got to do.
Yep. And he's got 2 yards.
Really impressive. 6:18 remaining. First half. Again, 3 receivers wide right. Brander throws out here onto the swing to Waringa. He's got some blockers down that sideline. He's out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
They're moving that ball on this Kentwood defense, which they're not accustomed to have happening. I talked with the Kentwood coaches, and last night's JV game was 58-50. We may have another 58-50 here tonight, the way this game is going.
I talked to Jim Kerbel, one of the assistant coaches from Jenison. He said whoever had the ball last won.
Yeah.
And that's about what it might be tonight.
Oh,
he juggled it, but he kept on, hung on to it. I think that was Waringa, wasn't it? Number 17?
Yep, and he was brought down by Justin Leake of East Kentwood High School.
No,
Good
it was
tackle.
number 12. It was Drew Jenison.
Yep.
Good concentration on his part to stay with that play.
Oh, yeah.
Now trips right. They've got number 22 out there. 12 is Jenison. The give.
Run right
to
up
the
the
fullback, Zavitz.
You know, they only run that ball just to keep everybody honest, just with absolutely no real intent of gaining anything, because right now they've got their way in the air.
Number 22, the receiver out to the wide, was Nathaniel Reed.
Yep.
I'll put him on our chart.
Steve Brander, you know, is just an outstanding quarterback, and he just stays right back there, and he's been given a lot of time there by that offensive line. He can just pick this East Kentwood defense apart in the secondary.
So
Big
Brander
play here. Big play
shotgun.
here.
Again, he just swings it out.
Yep.
That's the Nathaniel Reed. He's got the first down. Well, you know, I mentioned last week with Lyle, we have seen some real good quarterbacks this year at all levels.
Yep.
Last week we had 2 good ones with Godwin and Rogers.
Yep.
And 2 weeks ago we saw some real good quarterbacking and just some excellent talent, these young men. First down and 10. Mark it at the 23.
Number 27 right there carried the ball.
That's Jonathan Zavitz up the middle of fullback. Got a yard or two.
He's brought down by number, number 72 for East Kentwood High School. That's Nathaniel DiBartola.
Now they split 3 men wide left. Flanker right. He's looking, throwing. Got the man on the sideline here. That's Pete Trammell. He's close to the first down, just a little bit short. It's going to be 3rd down and about, call it 2. Let's call it 2.
But, you know, Nathaniel Reed He's 5'5", 5'8" here on the chart, and he's trying to cover a man that's 6'3". That's a pretty tough order right there. Here's another big play, Ray. Third down and what is it, about 2 yards?
Now we got 2 men split wide right, 2 men split wide left. That's a different formation than we've seen tonight. Now the fullback moves to the left. Brander's going to take a direct snap, looking right. He's got the man over the middle. Right
number
through
32.
the defender's
Number 32
hand.
for Kentwood. I mean,
Well,
Nikos
Rosser.
Nikos had it right in his hand. I think he was the most surprised guy in the world.
Yeah, threw right
He
through
was
his
the only
hand.
one in the stands right there that was surprised that it came. Jenison's going to call timeout.
Well, that's the first time out of the night, but we'll take a break for a public service announcement. We're WKTV, TV 25 with 4:23 to go. It's 14-14. We'll be right back.
The only difference between a grape and a raisin is time spent in the sun. Ever wonder what the sun is doing to you?
Well, 4th down and 2. The ball's on about the 15-yard line.
You know, Ray, in every ball game, there's 3 or 4 what we call crucial plays. I would say right now this is one of them. This is probably the first crucial play for the Jenison Wildcats.
Well, we got 2 men split wide right, 2 men left. Got Jenison and Trammell on the left.
Kentwood's in a 3-man front.
Takes the direct snap, looking. He's got Drew Jenison cutting back across the grain. He gets hit. He's got the first down inside the 10 at about the 7-yard line.
There's a flag on the play. Number 22 for East Kentwood saved a touchdown. That's Nathaniel Reed, and now there's a flag on the play. Looks like it's against the East Kentwood Falcons. Personal foul against East Kentwood. That does not make Coach Shalito a happy man.
Well, they'll mark off half the distance.
Yep. Those are the kind of plays that high school kids make and coaches get gray hairs over.
So it's 1st and goal at the 5. Got 1 man split wide right, 1 left. Now they got 2 men in the slot.
Yep.
1 on each side.
Kentwood's now got a 4-man front.
Brander with a man in motion gives it right over the middle to Jonathan Zavitz. He's down close, but he doesn't get in. It's going to be 2nd and goal with only a matter of inches.
Number 58, Richard Teitman from East Kentwood stayed home and brought down the ball carrier.
4 minutes, 3:52 to go. The clock is running a lot of time. Steve Brander keeps it himself, goes over from the 1-yard line. He faked it to his fullback and took it in himself. At 3:43, second period. I'm going to need more than 1 sheet of paper to
I've
keep
got some
track
here,
of the
right?
scoring tonight.
And that series started on the 18-yard line, 19-yard line. So they.
Nelson will try the kick. It's up, it's good. Makes it 21-14 Jenison. So with a score, 21-14, 3:43 to go first half. We'll be right back right after this message. We're WKTV, TV 25.
So many kids' activities today seem to leave out the activity part. New research tells us that just getting children to walk an extra 35 minutes a day could spare them the pain of thinning bones later in life. Encourage your kids to get up, get out, and get moving.
Hello. Hey, Grandma, how about another grape soda?
For more advice on how kids can build strong bones, visit AAOS.org, a public service message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Well, Jim, you mentioned it during the break here that that extra point, that young man kicked that extra point. He could have been another 15, 20 yards back and made that. So remember that. Keep that in mind.
That's
right. It's a close game at the end. He's got the foot to do it.
And not only in that kick, Ray, but the 2 previous ones also. It looks like he's got a very, very good foot. Does a nice job. He also does the kicking off.
It's Derek Nelson.
Number 3 minutes and 43 seconds left on the clock.
Short man gets it at the 30, comes right straight up, does a good job of going right straight up the field to the 35, get as much as you can.
Yep.
You know, when you got a short kick like that, you don't have time to set up a wedge or anything like that, so you just go forward as far as you can and get what you can.
Number 23, that's Ron Burns.
So 35-yard line, good field position for the Falcons. With 3:38 to go, a lot of time on the clock.
Again, we were talking about those critical points in the game. I think this is the first critical point in the game for the Falcons to see now how they can respond and react to the last touchdown by Jenison.
Again, they got about 9 men in the box. There it goes. Coel Elman got the first down inside Wildcat territory to about the 48-yard line.
He was brought down by number 35, Bruce Harder of the Jenison Wildcats. I think these kids are just marching up and down this field. I mean, both teams. It's quite an offensive show.
It is. A lot of yardage already in this first half. Eric Foster, he's carrying people with him. He's got the first down inside the 30, the 40 to about the 36-yard line. So Foster doing a good job.
I'm going to tell you, I was all set to say the second man through had the ball instead of Foster. Very, very nice.
Trying to look here at the stats and see what Foster's average is. I can't pick it up real quick. Yeah. 4 carries. No, kick returns.
Jenison's in a 5-man front.
Right
There
up the
comes.
middle.
I'm going to tell you,
Coel
number 30
Elman.
is marching right down the field.
Yeah, Ullman averages 13.2 yards per carry.
Carry.
Imagine that. Hinton at 10. Foster at 6.7.
Timeout.
Sanders
East
at
Kentwood called a timeout.
Oh, Jenison, they're saying.
Oh, Jenison's timeout.
So
Okay.
that's their second.
Yep.
We'll take
That's
a
their
break
second,
once
yep.
again for public service announcement. With 2:55 to go. It's 21-14 Jenison. We'll be right back.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
In these turbulent times, let us not erode the liberties our country was built on.
Let it shine.
We're just looking at these statistics here that were given to us by the statistical staff over here at East Kentwood High School. Elman has averaged 13.2 yards per carry. He's amassed a total of 1,229 yards in these 6 ball games already. This is unbelievable.
That's Foster going left side.
Yep.
He's got 4 or 5, and he's got a pretty good average, too.
Oh, yeah. Foster's got 6.7 per carry, and Hinton's got 620, 10 yards per carry. But, you know, if people just walked into the stadium right now and looked at the scoreboard, they say there's no defense, and that's the farthest thing from the truth.
No.
Both teams are playing outstanding defense. This is just a great offensive show.
Great execution.
Oh, outstanding. Outstanding.
Corey Sanders, the quarterback.
Number
Going up,
30, there he
Ullman.
goes.
He's got the touchdown.
He's got the touchdown. Number 30 came right off tackle.
19-yard run. Coel Ullman.
I'm going to tell you right now, number 85 for East Kentwood, Thomas Slager threw a block that absolutely opened up a hole, Ray, that even I could run through. Phenomenal. This is a very crucial execution right now for the 2-point conversion.
21-20, Jenison, but Kentwood will go for 2. 2:20 remaining in the first half. Everybody's on their feet, both sides. Rolling right, looking for a receiver in the end zone. No, overthrew it. No good. So, with 2:20 remaining in the first half, the score, Jenison 21, Kentwood 20. We'll be right back with a kickoff right after this message.
people with a calling. Most serve 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year. Earning money for college. Protecting their community. In the Army National Guard, you can.
Up there in the sky, just a beautiful evening for football. It couldn't be any better, Jim. Shirt sleeve weather here. The people, some got jackets on, but we're up here in shirt sleeves. And once again, Coel Elman will kick off as the Falcons scored, but they could not convert the extra point. A good,
what a good
deep
boot.
kick, all the way back to the 2-yard line. He's up right up the middle, got some blocking. Good run back all the way to about the 27-yard line.
I want to tell you something right now. Number 20, that's Tremaine. Rembert Tremaine came in there, and there was a 4-man front, and he just took all 4 men out. He just absolutely played a great, great play there.
Well, 2:12 to go in the half, and we'll see what we know what Jenison's going to do. They're going to put the ball in the air. They're going to send trips right, flanker left. Man to the left is Pete Trammell. He's already caught 1 touchdown tonight. Brander in the shotgun, looking. He's got 3 men out. He throws to the short man. That's Derek Nelson. He's got close to the first down.
Kentwood's got that 3-man front, and they're just unable to put any pressure on the quarterback.
First down, 1st and 10. Jenison's ready to go, but the chains haven't been moved, so they're in a hurry. 2:04, they want to move it. Brander swings it out here to number 12. That's Drew Jenison.
Number 22, Nathaniel Reed, had him for a loss, and he spun out of the tackle.
Now they'll line up quickly. They'll send trips right one more time. They've got Drew Nelson, or Derek Nelson, Drew Jenison, and looks like Eric Waring out there to the right.
Oh, he got hit. That's the first time. That's the first time all night that he got hit. Good part of sportsmanship right there.
Matthew
on behalf of number 12.
Shillito with the hit.
Matt hit him and deflected the pass at the very moment.
So it was incomplete. It's 3rd down and 8 now. The clock stopped with 1:33.
Steve Brander was introduced to Matt Shillito on that play. I'll tell you that. Kind of just shook him up a little bit. Here's that other crucial play.
2 split left, 2 split right. Brander calling the audible. Stunting. Looking. Oh, he's hit.
There it is.
Incomplete. Incomplete. There's a flag. Personal foul against the Falcons.
Can we get a replay on that? I didn't see that. I didn't see that foul. Let's see if we get a replay on that.
15-yard walk-off is going to bring it down to 45-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10, and with 1:27 to go.
Here's the replay on it, Ray. Let's take a look at it because I didn't see a penalty there at all.
Well, let's go back to live action. We've got Brander, quarterback. Hits man on the side. That's Drew Jenison down the sideline, out of bounds at the 20. Nope, marked at the 20, actually the 34. He stepped out earlier. But it's a 1st down for Jenison. They're moving it.
You know, on the last touchdown for Jenison, Ray, they were assisted by a penalty called against East Kentwood High School. They gave them that inside the 5-yard line. And on that one right there, they had Jenison stop and a penalty right there, too.
Drew Jenison picks up 5. Be 2nd down, 5. Clock running with 1:08 to go. They send trips right, flanker left. Brander's in the shotgun again. All night long. Oh, screen, right through the hands of Drew Jenison.
Number 27.
Boy, he had it set up perfectly, though.
Another flag on the play.
He had it set up perfectly.
Illegal procedure. Oh, no, man downfield. Illegal man downfield.
Well, that can happen with a screen.
Oh,
He's
yes.
trying to set it up too quick, and it's more, players, linemen are taking a count to go.
The official, Leon Stills, over on the sideline explaining it to him.
So they're talking, have a decision to make, and they're going to take the penalty.
Oh, I would be very surprised if Coach Shalito didn't take it. Anytime that you can take and give them the down over again, but you don't want those 5 yards.
So it'll be 2nd down and 9 now. They mark off 5 yards.
Yep.
2 flankers right, 2 left. The setback is Jonathan Zavitz. Brander looking, a lot of time to throw. Has the man over the middle. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it.
Right through his hands.
Intended again for Drew Jenison. So it's to be 3rd and 10.
That was just an absolutely perfectly thrown pass, though, right there.
51.3 seconds left on the clock, as you can see in the right-hand corner of your screen. Trips right, flanker left, again. Brander calling the audible. 3rd down 9. Puts it up. No, it's overthrown.
Out of bounds. Ray, let me ask you a question.
Not catchable.
Have you sat down yet?
No.
No, either have I. This
either.
ball game is so exciting. I don't think either one of us sat down.
Not many fans have either.
No, I was just going to say the same thing. At least the fans around us aren't sitting down.
The ones in front of us are standing up, so we have
That's
to.
right, yeah. But I mean, I don't know if I'd want to sit down. This ball game is just an exciting high school football game. Here's
down.
another one of those crucial parts of the game, Ray.
4th
right
down,
here.
trips right. Down the middle. Oh, intercepted.
Intercepted.
Oh, yep. It was deflected and intercepted by, I believe it was number 2, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I believe it was number 12 that got the ball for East Kentwood, too.
Donovan Terez.
Is that who it was?
Terez. T-E-R-R-E-S. Yep. So Kentwood stops him.
Right there. That was one of those crucial plays that we talked about.
1st and 10 now with about on the 24-yard line for the Falcons.
40 seconds to go.
They can get off a couple plays here. If they would break a couple big runs, they might use some timeouts here. And here he goes.
There he goes. There he goes, Ray. There he goes, Ray. It's a foot race. 30, 22's chasing him all the way down. Ray, he scored a touchdown. It's a touchdown. Can you believe it? There he goes. Unbelievable. 22 was chasing him. 30 had the ball. There were 3 fakes on that play, Ray, and they didn't know who had the ball. I didn't know who had the ball. Did you know who had the ball?
Well, he went after about 10 yards.
Well, yeah, but what a great. They could get 2 plays off?
Yeah,
huh?
Didn't need to.
Didn't need to.
So
What'd that take, Ray? That took, what, 12 seconds?
Yeah.
We're down to 28.3. Absolutely great high school football game. Don't you agree?
Yep.
One of the best high school football games probably that's been played here in this stadium for a long time.
2-point conversion. Good.
Good. All right.
Ailman in for the. So that makes it 28-21 Kentwood, and we haven't reached halftime yet.
Let's see if we got a replay on that play.
On the run?
You watch 22 chasing them. It's a foot race all the way.
Okay, hold on. We got to run it back.
All right, we're going to get a replay.
Okay, you ready?
Yep. Look at it now. All of a sudden, he breaks out of the pack.
Yep. There's 1, 2, 3. There
See,
he
right
comes.
there.
Right there. Now he's being chased. Now watch him. He's being chased. 22's coming after him, trying to get the angle. He can't catch him. It's a foot race. What a great high school play.
49 points on the board, and we got 28 seconds to go in the first half.
And we haven't sat down. And I don't think we're going to sit down. What do you think of that?
We don't want to. We don't want to.
No.
Coel Ellerman will kick it off. Well, he didn't hurt his average yards per carry on that one at all, did he? 76-yard run.
76 yards.
That puts him over the 1,300 mark right there.
Right there. Here's the kick.
Off the side a little bit over here, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 25, so they'll bring it up to the 35 of illegal procedure penalty. All right. 28.3 seconds to go.
Jenison, what do you do? 8 seconds left to go. You're down by 1 touchdown. What do you do? What do you think?
You do what you've been doing.
You do
Throw
what
the
you've
ball.
been doing all day.
Throw the ball.
Put that ball in the air and let's go play football.
They've showed they can strike fast too.
That's
you
right.
know.
That's Jenison Wildcat football.
They used 1 minute and 12 in the first, at the opening drive to score. So Brander in the shotgun again. Got it out to the side to Derek Nelson. He gets out of bounds with 22 seconds to go.
Good play.
It looks like it might be a first down. Going to see where they mark it. No, it's going to be short. It's going to be second down and about 2 feet. I'll call it a yard.
I'm sure, Ray, the coaches saw that number 17 was wide open deep. Let's see if they pick on it now.
That's Eric Wieringa.
Yep.
He's rolling left now to get a little time. Looking,
being
going to
chased
come
by
the
number
outside.
50, brought down by 50.
He was trying to get to the out of bounds line, but he couldn't.
He did not get the first down.
But he got. So
that's the third timeout for Jenison.
Jenison's third timeout. We'll keep it right here. Remind you, we are here every Friday night, and next week we will be at South Christian for OK Gold game as the Wyoming Park Vikings go into the territory of the South Christian Sailors. And then 2 weeks from tonight, we now know that we will be back here at Kentwood for the Granville East Kentwood game, and that's going to be a crucial game also. Jim, I mean, they're all crucial, but for the standings of the OK. Of course, Kentwood already qualifying for the playoffs, we know that, but of course they want this OK Red title.
Correct. And this ball game right here has all the makings of a championship ball game, so you can imagine what that ball game is going to be like.
Well, I tell you, this is high school football at its finest.
At its best.
Two contrasting styles. You see a wide open passing game on one side and a good hard running game on the other side.
And again, I want to emphasize, both teams are playing great defense.
Steve Brander is the quarterback. Looking now, throwing, he's got his man. First down to Derek Nelson. Down inside the 45 to about the 43. They'll stop the clock while they move the markers, and Jenison is ready to go. As soon as the referee blows the whistle, they'll snap it. They do, and he puts it down. He kills it.
You know,
you can do that. Well, Jenison people seem to think there was some time on the clock, and the referee is going to ask that several seconds be put back on.
Yep, the referee concurs with the Jenison fans.
Well, the umpires in the back judge are in a position just to watch that clock.
Yeah, it's actually the umpire's call.
Yes, it is.
The umpire's responsibility is the clock. So they're putting on the clock.
I think about 3 or 4 seconds.
Well,
probably.
there was 3.2 on the clock when the ball was snapped.
So probably put 3 on there.
Well,
they're putting 2.
2 on. They put 2 seconds on.
Okay,
one more time for one more
snap.
play.
One more snap. Second down 10. Mark it at the 42, and you can just about bet what's going to happen here. Trips
kind of
right.
like the shades of the Michigan State game last year. Huh? Here we go.
Back to throw, going for the end zone. Hail Mary, way out of bounds. Time runs out. We've played one half here at East Kentwood High School, and the score is the East Kentwood Falcons 28, the Jenison Wildcats 21. We'll take a message of importance. Be back with a Kentwood High School marching band. Hi, I'm Ray Peeler, sports anchor here at WKTV. We have a need that perhaps you can help us fill. As you know, last year we lost one of our sports announcers, in Ed Kotler. His passing left a void in our sportscasting team. If you have experience as a coach or perhaps as an official and would like to become part of the WKTV team, give us a call at the station. The numbers be on the bottom of the screen or later on in the telecast. Give us a call. Perhaps you can help us out. We're looking for someone with basketball experience to telecast girls basketball on WKTV. If you can help us, give us a call. Thank you. 28-21 in favor of Kentwood over the Wildcats of Jenison. But now we're going to go down to the field and we're going to see the Kentwood Marching Band. We're sorry, folks, we're from the back side of the band because we are on the opposite side of the field tonight from what we normally are. But we'll bring it to you anyway, okay? The Kentwood High School Marching Band. Steady stream of tonight's Ray, I can remember years ago, maybe one, maybe two. Well, back here at Pat Patterson Field, the Kentwood Falcons up 28-21, so a nice performance at halftime by, what, about 350 strong marching band.
Oh, yeah, it was outstanding band, absolutely outstanding. The nice part about this evening, though, you know, again, and we've said this so often, these high school athletes and all of the supporters, the cheerleaders, the pom-pom girls, the band, and everything else combined really makes it an evening of entertainment. But, you know, one of the things that we all face in life, you know, Ray, is life comes and life goes. And this past summer here in the Kentwood Public Schools, we lost a great supporter of high school education. Well, K through 12 education, let's say that. A gentleman by the name of Joe Bale, who served as an administrator in the Kentwood School District for over 30 years and a good friend of mine. And Joe is an avid physical fitness person, did a lot of running, jogging, and things of that nature. And the school has taken up the Joe Bale Fitness Fun Run. Those are the people that are interested in coming to that. Meet at 11 o'clock over at Brookwood School, right there. Here
right
at Pat Patterson Field.
Right here at Pat Patterson.
11 o'clock. 11 o'clock tomorrow morning. And if you're interested at all, it's a total of $3 for a T-shirt and your entry fee, and all the money goes to scholarship funds to help support K through 12 education here in Kentwood Public Schools, and that's all in the memory and honor of Joe Bale. The other thing too, that when we talk about a complete program, today the Division I regional golf tournament was held at Crystal Springs Country Club, and two members of the OK Red Conference, Mona Shores and East Kentwood, tied with 308 strokes, and they had to go to the fifth hole for a playoff, and a young man by the name of Shane LaRue shot a 72, and Matt Harmon of East Kentwood, Shane is from Mona Shores, had a 73. So that's quite a program.
Well, when you said 308, that's a 77 average.
Yeah, 77
golf.
average.
That's
and
pretty
those are
good.
5 high school kids, by the way. 5 high school kids.
And that's
so,
something.
So congratulations
and
to Coach Morowski of the East Kentwood High School golf team, and Matt Harmon and all of his teammates. They're going back to the state tournament to defend the state title that they won last year.
And I'll tell you, that course they played today is no pitch and putt.
Oh, you know that. That's a toughie.
Yeah.
But you know, one other thing though here, and we were talking about it at halftime, and I like to bring it up again. Looking at the score right now, people who are just walking into the stadium looking at it 28-21, and you're talking about 49 points in 24 minutes of high school football, thinking, man, there isn't any defense. I'm going to tell you something, folks. This is as good a high school football game as you're going to find.
But you won't find a better running offense, and you won't find a better passing
Absolutely.
offense. I mean,
Absolutely.
Both of them are run to perfection, and just exciting.
Yep.
You know, whoever got the ball last is going to win this football game, folks. So Jenison will receive, because Kentwood received the first half, and so they'll get the ball first. And
I was spent a little time here at halftime with Dave Woodcock, who was the former varsity coach here and has since retired and come back and helped with the JV team. And we were reminiscent, talking about some of the old Jenison East Kentwood games, and this is going to go down in the channels as one of the ones that you're always going to talk about in the wintertime and in the years to come. This is a great high school football game.
there has not been a turnover in the first half.
That's right.
And
that's right.
That could be the key. If they can protect the football and not turn it over.
And when you stop and think how hard these kids are hitting out there, it's very interesting that there hasn't been a turnover.
And when, like Jenison, well, they did have one interception.
Yeah, the one
That's
at
right.
the
I'm
very
sorry.
end.
That's
At
right.
the
Right
very
at the very end.
Yeah.
So But other than that,
that's it.
So
Kentwood will receive now.
Oh, they must have.
Yeah, well, they
okay,
kicked off, and so they chose to kick off in the second half. Their choice, so they choose to receive.
Back down to about the 12-yard line. Coming up.
Number 5.
Well, that's Eric Foster.
Yep.
Well, we know that Cole Ailman went over 1,300 yards for the season in that first half. He had well over 100 yards and had 12:29 coming in. So he's going to be one of the all-time leaders in running here at Kentwood High School. They take over now with Corey Sanders at quarterback. 51, there you see as the center is Justin Berry.
The Jenison right now, they're playing a 5-man front. They're actually in a.
They got about 7 man up there right now.
They've got almost 9 people right up there in the front.
There's Ailman again.
30 again.
Come,
There he is carrying the ball.
He's got about 11, 12 yards. He's up to about the 40.
They actually had 9 men between the tackles up there that time. And that's the same thing we talked about in the first half. Once you get past that first wave of defenders, then basically it comes down to the halfback stopping them. And again, we talked earlier in the first half, Ray, about conditioning. It's going to be real interesting now to see the conditioning of both teams and how well they can sustain.
It's cooling off a little bit on the field, so it's. But there is no breeze. It was earlier, but not since
nope, there
the
it
sun
is.
went down.
Jenison moved, number 75.
So they're going to walk off 5, and it'll be 1st and 5.
Yep. That's Brent Winchett in the offsides. He's in the neutral zone.
Early on in the third period. Be interesting to check scores tonight because there's going to be a lot of changes in standings after tonight.
Oh, yeah, some big ball games.
Yep.
One of them, of course, is at Byron Center.
Well, it's
he's met right there at the line of scrimmage.
It's actually at Coopersville, but it is Byron Center in Coopersville.
Yep, that's a big ball game.
2nd and 5.
Yep.
Winner
Number
of that
44 for that's Kyle Hinton. He was met right at the line of scrimmage by the entire left side of the Jenison defensive line. 2nd down. This is, again, one of those big plays right here.
2nd and 5. Corey Sanders has his 3 back there. Hinton, Elman, Foster. That's Elman. Left side, breaks a tackle.
Right now.
All the way down to the 32-yard line.
Arm tackles just don't do it. Number 35 for Jenison found that out. Number 35 hit him right on that's Bruce Harder. He tackled him with his arms, and he just simply ran through the tackle. You'll see it right here. Coming right off left tackle. He's met right there. There he is. And he just runs right through that arm tackle, brought down by number 22 for Jenison.
1st and 10 for the Falcons on the 33-yard line. 32-yard line. Corey Sanders is the quarterback. Keeping it, going outside to the right.
He has it again.
Spinning off people all the way down to about the 25-yard line. Gets 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. Well, 2nd and 4.
Number 75 is taken out. Number 55 for Jenison is brought in. That number 55 is Stinson. Keith Stinson brought in there. Again, 75 is a very, very large young man, 315 pounds, and he's just about played offense and defense straight through, starting to show some fatigue.
Corey, long count. Again, left side, it looks like Hinton maybe this time.
Yep.
No, it was 5, Eric Foster. That's the 1st down at the 20.
Yep.
So they move the chains.
1st down.
Falcons started at their own 28. In the red zone.
This is 4-down territory. Jenison is right back in that. Actually, it's an 8-man front. 8-1-3, really.
Right up the middle. Allman! Gonna break it, gonna go all the way for the touchdown.
I mean, that faking was so good. We got a replay on that. Let's try to give it here to show the fans. Because I'll tell you something. They don't have a replay. Okay, he faked so well that they were going around the right side. Everybody, including this reporter, followed him on the right side. And number 30 took the ball right there. That's Ailman. Took the ball and virtually came in untouched. Just a great job of faking. And again, it's just another example of excellent ball control.
That's 34-21, a 13-point lead now. They go for 2.
See, how long did that take him, Ray?
Well, it was 9:33, so 2 minutes and 27 seconds.
There's another one right up the middle.
You get in?
I
Doesn't
don't think
look
so.
like.
Nope.
Don't run no good. So the score remains Kentwood 34, Jenison 21. We'll be right back right after this message with a kickoff for TV 25, your high school sports channel.
It starts with one person with a desire to serve. They join with others across the nation, citizen soldiers on a mission to protect and defend country and community. Most serve 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year to become part of something greater than themselves. Can you see yourself in this picture? Call 1-800-GO-GUARD or visit www.1800goguard.com. In the Army National Guard, you can.
Well, Mr. Everything will kick off now. Cole Illman not only runs the ball, he does the kicking.
There's a rumor, and it's strictly a rumor, that he drove the bus over here, but Coach Shalito wouldn't verify that.
Good kick all the way down to the 10-yard line. He got the wedge formed right up the middle, but he's tripped up right at the 15.
Right there by number 23 for East Kentwood High School, and that's Ronald Burns.
So now the Wildcats trailing by 13. This is the biggest lead in the ball game.
But, you know, in the first half, we talked about critical parts of the game, and I think right now, this is a critical part for Jenison. Jenison has to get the ball, they have to move the ball, and if at all possible, they have to score.
Well, many coaches will tell you, even at the pro level, your first possession in the second half sets the tone for that half.
In this particular case, it's even more important because they just got scored upon.
Right.
They're now down 13 points.
Brander looking, he's trying to pick a hole, he's got it, and he's running all the way up to the 40 to about the 42. You saw him just kind of slow up there and wait for the blocking to form.
Now that was something a little different that they hadn't tried that in the first half. Actually, what it looked like a quarterback option.
I think
he could have pitched to that halfback, but he chose to keep it.
1st and 10.
Kentwood's back in that 3-man front.
42-yard line. Looking. He's got number 12, Drew Jenison. He's got a first down to the 45 of Kentwood, into Kentwood territory.
You know, it's kind of interesting that in the first half he established Drew as his primary receiver, and he's coming out here in the second half, and on that play he was wide open. There was no defensive resistance there at all.
So the Wildcats coming right back with a drive of their own. It's the man at the side. Drew Jenison cuts back into the middle. He's tackled, but not till after a gain of about 7.
It really is very interesting how the defensive backs are playing off and actually allowing him to catch the ball.
2nd down and a long 2. That's a free down right here. He can go for it all. As it pumps, has it, he's going deep at the sideline. Out of bounds. Out of bounds.
Out of bounds. No catch.
Incomplete. Well, that was a good down. It's a 2nd and 2, and it's a 4-down territory, so now it's 3rd and 2.
That ball was thrown better than 45 yards in the air.
Down at about the 10-yard line down there where they were battling for it. The defensive man was right with him, step for step, but it was thrown a little long.
Pete Trammell's coming out. He's kind of limping a little bit there. He went down pretty hard on that ankle.
Derek Nelson is split wide to the right, and they have trips left. Brander pitches.
There's that option we just talked about.
Going nowhere.
Oh, yeah, it didn't work then.
Loss of about 4 or 5.
That one didn't work. Jonathan was ready for him.
Jonathan Zavitz is the ball carrier.
Yep. Eric Foster brought him down, as well as number 58. That's Matt Shalito.
So it's 4th down now.
Rich Teitman.
4th and 4. They're going for it. Trips right. Flanker left. Brander takes the snap, swings it out here to Eric Wieringa. He's got the first down.
First down.
And the Jenison crowd rooting here in front of us. The ball down on the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Wildcats.
I'll tell you what made that play possible, the blocking of number 22 and number 2. They took on the defensive backs from Kentwood and totally kept them occupied so that they couldn't get in there and make the tackle before the first down.
Brander fakes it. He got the draw right up the middle. He gets about 2 or 3.
Just like I said before, Ray, him falling down, he's going to get 2.
Yeah, well, he's got to keep the defense honest.
Oh, yes.
Otherwise, they're going to play pass all the time. And he's doing that way, either with Zavitz or himself. So it's going to make those middle linebackers stay home a little bit.
Kentwood staying in that 3-man front.
He's looking, throwing to the side. Who's got it?
Oh,
nobody.
Number 5
almost intercepted.
I'll tell you, what great defense that was.
Right with him, step for step.
Yep. Eric Foster was over there all the way. Really did a nice job.
We're seeing some real fine football, folks. You know, people, if you don't go out and see your high school football team play, you're missing an awful lot. See your girls' basketball teams. High school sports are the greatest. Brander looking, pumps, then throws out here to the sideline again to Drew Jenison. He gets about 2 or 3. He likes to catch it at the sideline and come back across the green and pick up some blocks that way. But that one got about 3 or 4. It's 4th down and 3 now. Once again, 4th down, and the Jenison people come up on their feet one more time.
This is one of those crucial parts in the ballgame that we were talking about.
Again, Brander looking in over. Oh, intercepted!
You could see it. You could see it just setting up. Number 12. Number
Matthew
12 for East
Shillito.
Kentwood. Matt just came right across there. Kind of just stayed home, played that zone defense. We're going to try to get a replay on that. Very well. He looks.
Well, from that floor camera, you don't see it. You got to have the shot from above.
Yeah, but he just rode him all the way, and Matt just simply played the eyes of the quarterback and just stepped in there at the crucial time. Very well done.
So they're at the, I believe it looks like the 29-yard line, if I'm not mistaken. 29-yard line. The Falcons take over the 13-point lead now. If they can move it down and put it in, it would be a big one. That was a big turnover.
6 minutes and 41 seconds left in the third quarter.
That was a big turnover.
You know, one of the things we talked about, Ray, earlier, in fact, we talked about it at halftime, that there was just only one turnover in that whole first half, and it didn't mean anything because it was the last play. This is a real big turnover because Jenison was on the march, they were moving, and Matt stepped in there and made a big play. I'm sure Father, Coach, was very happy with that one.
Now Corey Sanders brings his team up. 2nd down, 7. Ball's on the 33-yard line of Kentwood. Up the middle, Elman's got the first down again, up over the 40 to about the 42-yard line.
There were 3 fakes on that. No got it the first time, and there were 2 fakes following that. One right after the other, and he just kept right on going. Excellent ball handling.
1st down and 10 for the Falcons on the 42-yard line of the Falcons. They lead 34-21, 5:50 remaining third period. Long count, trying to draw somebody off. Hinton this time. He gets maybe a yard, that's about it.
Yep. 5.5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. An offense like this, Ray, is the kind that really frustrates a defense because they know they're not going to put the ball in the air, and they just grind it out. Hold on to the ball.
2nd down, 9. Ball's on the 43-yard line. On a 7-man line, defensive line.
He's
Nobody
right over
knows.
there. Came right off right tackle.
Who's got the football?
Who's got the football? There were 3 people that were faking like they had the ball, and all 3 of them got tackled.
I'll tell you, I think Ronald Burns, wasn't it? 23
Yep,
had
it was number 23. Yep. Excellent job of ball handling.
3rd down and 2. We have to be a little hesitant in calling the runner because of the fake speed carried out. No. Coming left side, got the first
30.
down.
Yep, again, he got stopped by number 25.
Elman. When the center came up to the line, he went to pick up the football and it dropped out of his fingers and he picked it back up and the people thought he had moved it forward, but he hadn't. So
I don't know if we got a replay on that or not, but I'll tell you something. You can see some interior blocking in there, opening up these holes for him. Okay, thank you.
1st and 10 at the 40, right on the 40.
Jenison is in a 5-man front with 4 backers.
Hinton going left side. Still going.
Going right there.
Still going.
All the way
inside the 20.
Yep. Out of bounds and the clock has stopped.
The running game is really in gear now.
3:55 left in the third quarter.
Started at their own 29-yard line, and they've, didn't get the time they started it, but they've
6 minutes and 30 seconds.
They used almost 3 minutes up now.
6 minutes and 30 seconds when they got the ball.
1st and 10, 17-yard line of Jenison.
Right up the middle, the fullback right up there, number
Ailman
30.
again, he's got it close to the first down. Maybe a yard short, he's down to the 9. He's got to get down to about the 7. Yeah, like 2nd and 1, actually.
You know, right now, Ray, we can't say enough for the East Carolina. Grady Crutchy. These young men are just opening up holes. Their blocking in there is out. The line is just doing a great job.
Burns, Elman, and Hinton in the backfield now. Or Foster, rather.
Yep.
Yeah, close. Let's see if they got the first down or not. We might have to have a measurement here.
First down.
Oh, first down.
First
okay.
down.
First and goal. Mark it at the 7-yard line.
This is a big touchdown right here, Ray. If they can get this touchdown, this pretty much makes it very, very difficult for Jenison to come back.
Up by 19 or 20 points is big. But I'll tell you what, that offense they got is explosive.
Well, that's what I say. A couple passes and they're right back in the game.
You bet. And he can throw that ball. Corey Sanders brings his team up. First and goal at the 7. Hinton.
Number 44, he's
Hinton
just driving. Look at those legs drive.
Inside the 5. It's going to be second down goal at the 5.
I don't have a statistics, Ray. I don't know, maybe you do, on the number of penalties that are called. But I'll tell you right now, from the second quarter on, there have only been a minimal amount of penalties. This has been a very hard-fought, very, very clean football game.
Well played, and execution's been good.
Officials have done an outstanding job.
We've had a couple of offsides, but quarterbacks with long counts and things like that too. So second down goal, right up the middle. Cole Ailman in for the touchdown.
He's in there. As he went in, he took 1, 2, 3, 4 Jenison tacklers right with him.
Cole Ailman.
There's a minute and 40 seconds left to go, and the score is 40-21. So it was 6:30 when they got the ball, and here they are just marching down the field. Not a pass thrown, just nothing but on the ground.
So they'll go for 2 again. And if they get it, they'll double the score, 42-21. Well, this time they give to Eric Foster, number 5.
Does not make it. Nope. He's brought down by number 55 for Jenison. Number 55, that's Keith Stinson. Did a nice job on that one, stayed home. And number 72, that's James Tanis.
So with 1:40 to go, we'll take a break for a public service announcement. We'll be back with a kickoff right after this message for WKTV TV 25. Back here, Kentwood kicking off again.
Oh, nice kick.
Deep kick. Yep. All the way back to about the 4-yard line. Reverse, well, that's dangerous. Throws it back a lateral. He's got some running room.
He's got one play to go.
Brought down at about the 44-yard line of Kentwood. I hope we got a replay of that one. You saw the runner go to the left, turn around, and throw it back at the 10-yard line. Yes. That's dangerous.
That's right, absolutely. That's a live ball all the way.
Take a look at it right here on the replay as we show the kickoff one more time. But see him take it there, he stops. No, he throws it back, a lateral.
Now watch the blocking. There's a miss there. But look at the wall he's got.
Yep,
he's running 22 from Jenison.
He caught from behind, actually, by 32 of the Falcons.
That's Brett Deckinga with the ball. Oh, there's a low snap. First low snap, and he's down. Oh, that's too bad. There's a loss there of about 12 yards.
Boy, all the way back to the 44-yard line of Jenison. It's going to be second down and 23. Trips left.
There it is over there, Jenison.
Swing pass out to the left, but it's covered well there by number 22.
Yep. Third down. Well, we got an injury out there. Jenison has an injury.
Nathaniel Reed, number 22, was the...
Brought him down. Yep. I didn't see how this took place because there was quite a pile up over there, but the young man's holding his arm. And again, you know, we've talked about this before, Ray, how high school sports have changed. Jenison has their trainer out there, and Dan Chappell, the trainer at East Kentwood, he's on the sidelines, ready to move out to assist and help, medical assistance at all times for these kids, which of course is a very, very nice feature for high school athletics. Because football is a contact sport, you know, you're out there with helmets and shoulder pads, and it's really, really nice to see both school districts seeing the value of athletic trainers and complete medical staffs.
Well, he's okay. He's going to have to come off, or otherwise they'll have to take a
That's his
timeout.
favorite receiver right there.
Drew Jenison.
Yep.
And but I doubt he'd be out for more than one play. It
Oh,
looks
no.
like he might have had a Charlie horse or something
Yep.
over there. They were stretching him out a little bit, so that's possible. It's going to be 3rd down and 20.
Yeah, he's over on the sidelines now, and he's talking to coaches, getting himself ready to get back in there.
Trips right. Brander rolling right, looking. Got a man going real deep, and he hits the man, short man.
Yep.
Derek Nelson.
Number 23 for East Kentwood High School. That's Ronald Burns Jr. Brought him down.
So it's going to be 4th down and 2. Throws it inside, cutting inside. I think he's got the first down. That's Eric Waring at number 17. They like to hit that man coming in and then coming across.
On a slant.
Yep,
It's a
on
slant pass.
And,
Yep. First down.
1st and 10 for the Wildcats. 1:46 remaining in the 3rd period.
Jenison needs at least 3 touchdowns. And then how they decide to do with their extra points will determine. Right now, Kentwood with 41 is in somewhat of a precarious position.
Looking deep, got the man way down in the end zone. Oh, throws it way over.
Overthrow.
And that's the end of the 3rd quarter here at East Kentwood High School with a score. The Kentwood Falcons 40, the Jenison Wildcats 21. We'll be right back with the last 12 minutes of this one right after this message. We're WKTV TV 25.
Education is the key that opens a door to endless opportunities, adventures, and experiences. Without education, life is a continuing cycle of closed doors. This message brought to you by the United States Air Force, because we know the value of a good education.
$12 minutes to go, 40-21 in favor of the Falcons here at Pat Patterson Field. What are you looking for, Jim?
Well, we're looking over here at these standings. We just got a score read to us that it was 34-zip, West Ottawa over Mona Shores. And if we just assume that they're going to win that ball game, that makes West Ottawa 3-2 in the OK Conference. So this game here takes on an added importance because that would put West Ottawa and Jenison tied if the score here remained the same. That's a big, big score.
Brander, oh, good catch. Great catch by Pete Trammell, number 9.
There's a flag on the play.
Or was it Derek Nelson?
Quarterback is down.
It was
unnecessary roughness.
It was Derek Nelson.
Number 51 for East Kentwood High School came in after the ball was thrown. Justin Berry and collided with the quarterback. Flag was thrown.
So it's going to be completed.
Yep. Down
to the, looks like about the 12, 13 yard line, and then they'll probably go half the distance after that with a late hit.
Yep. just commented here in the third quarter how they were playing virtually free-filled football. Now all of a sudden a couple of crucial penalties and mistakes are being made, which are going to have serious impact on what's happening out there.
Well, the roughing the passer has declined because they'll take the ball on the first down on the 12-yard line. I thought maybe it would be assessed.
No,
after
it's either or. You either take the play. Had they not had the pass completed. Pass was completed.
No, double each side. Receivers throw out here again. Eric Wieringa battling his way down into the touchdown.
Touchdown.
Wieringa, 12 yards.
Now, here's the question. Do we go for 2 or do we go for 1? Here's the question. Okay, number 16 just received the kicking tee, and he's coming in, and number 2 is in there. The coaching staff from Jenison has decided to go for the 1.
Down by 13.
Yeah, a little early.
Cut it to 12. You got to have 2 scores anyway.
That's right. That's what I said. They need 3 touchdowns.
Yep.
They need 3 touchdowns.
Need 2 now. High snap. He gets it down.
And it's blocked. Number 25 came in from Kentwood. Number 25. That's Justin Leak, and blocked it. It was a high snap and blocked it. But again, that really doesn't matter, Ray, because if you just stop and look at it, they still need 2. They need 2 touchdowns, and then what they're going to do there. Is it going to be the 1, or are they going to go for 2?
Well, 11:40 to go in the ball game. It's 40-27. The lead is 13 points once again. Remind you, next week we will be at South Christian. Wyoming Park, South Christian, all a great rivalry there. And those 2 teams always battle it out pretty good.
Oh, I'll tell you that conference right there. Again, we know, looking at the sheet right here, and the OK Gold, it's South Christian 4-0, Cedar Springs 3-1, Caledonia 3-1, so Wyoming Park 2-2. Whatever happens tonight, can put them right back in the game.
And Park has 3 wins, so if they can come up with one tonight and a couple more, they can still be in the playoffs.
That's
so
right.
They're scrambling.
Well, we talk about crucial parts of the ball game. Here's a big part of the ball game right now. And this part right here for East Kentwood High School is they've got to take the ball now, and they've got to move. They've got to get the ball. They got to move it down the field, and they can't turn the ball over if they're going to keep control of the game.
Well, I'll tell you, we're going to have a lot of teams in playoffs. We know we're going to have East Kentwood in here. Kickoff right here.
There it is. That's an onside kick. Number 1 for East Kentwood High School. Just did a great job.
That's a gamble you take, because now you give up field position right at midfield. But they felt they had to have the football because Kentwood used a lot of time in their drives.
Yep. That number 1, that's Joseph Marsgilia, did a great job. He fielded the ball and immediately fell to his knees. Didn't try to pick it up and run. Nope. Stayed right with it all the way. Good play.
Got the whistle blown right there. The ball's dead and no more. That's it. Don't fumble it. Don't do nothing with it.
There's no question as to we know where the ball is. Starting on the 50-yard line.
Right. Corey Sanders brings his team up. Allman bounces off. Look at this. Look at this. They had him behind the line of scrimmage. He bounced off, went outside, got the first down.
Three defenders hit him, and they couldn't bring him down before he picked up 12 yards.
This man has tremendous balance.
Wonderful balance, yep. We used to have an athlete here by the name of Brian Simmons years and years ago, and he reminds me an awful lot of Brian. Brian ran the same way. His legs were wide, stayed low, kept his gravity down, and just did an outstanding job. This series started on the 50-yard line, so we'll see what East Kentwood's going to do. And there's 11 minutes and 15 seconds left to go.
Allman again, right up the middle, maybe a couple. Kind of ran into each other a little bit.
Well, not only
the
that,
Jenison defense did a good job of getting across and blocking
that defensive line is just doing an outstanding job. Right down there at the bottom of the pile is number 74 for Jenison. And that young man has just done a wonderful job tonight. Jeff Ritzma, 6'3", 220.
Second down and 8.
Number 75 was late in coming in, so they actually started that play with only 10 men in position. Brought down by number 58 for Jenison.
It's Cole Aylman carrying the ball.
Yep.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 5, but they're 4-down territory also.
That was Adam Rhoda. Did a nice job there. Yeah, East Kentwood, they're just going to control the ball now. They're going to keep the ball on the ground, just keep it moving.
10:15 and the clock is running. Jenison people up on their feet trying to get their defense
trying to rally the
up.
troops.
Give up the middle. Down to about the 25. It's going to be close if it isn't. We may have a measurement here. See where they mark it. First down.
First down.
The 25-yard line.
10 minutes left in the ball game, and Kentwood has the ball. And Ray, again, in this type of an offense, it's just strictly control. Control, control, control.
Under 10 minutes left in the game now, and it's a 13-point lead, and you have the football. You got to like what's happening.
Oh, yes. If you're a Kentwood fan, if you're a Jenison Wildcat, you're not too happy.
That's 5. That's Eric Foster going left side. Look at him cut.
Oh.
These runners don't quit. He's down to about the 20, a gain of 5.
Do we have a replay on that by chance? I want you to watch number 3, Ray. He's out there after he handed off the ball. He's downfield throwing a block. If we got a replay on that, we'll show it to you. Here he comes. You'll see him all the way down the field after he hands the ball off. He's coming down there, and you watch the block he throws. Now watch him. If we can see him down there. Oh. There's number 3. Yes, there he was right there if you saw him in the corner of your screen.
Timeout, Kentwood.
Kentwood let their clock run down, and they then called timeout. Coach Shalito's going to bring the troops over and just talk to them. Again, that's timeout with 9 minutes and 8 seconds left to go in the ball game.
We'll be right back right after this message. We're WKTV, TV 25.
My dad is a hero. He goes into places normal people want to get away from. He rescues families, makes everyone safe. But the best thing he can do is come home.
The U.S. Fire Administration reminds you to protect the heroes who protect our lives. Have a smoke alarm on every floor. Test it monthly. Replace the battery yearly. Do your part to get out before they have to come in.
Well, you know, Jim, we were talking about playoff. We know that Kentwood's going to be in it. And Jenison has got 5 wins and very likely will win one more yet this year.
Right.
They'll be in it. East Grand Rapids is in the playoffs. Lowell's only 1 win away from it. We got 2 teams in the blue both going to qualify. And we think that there's probably 2 from the gold are going to go. And we know there's probably 2 from the silver, Allendale and Hopkins. So we're going to have a lot of playoff football this year.
Jenison is back in that 5-man front.
Kyle,
I'll tell you that.
Coel.
You thought the same thing too. Number 5, he carried out that fake, and he was over on the sideline. And for a minute there, I thought he had the ball as well.
3rd down and 4 now. He stayed in. This clock is running at 8:45. Long count. Up the middle. Elman up and down close. It looks like he might have the first down. We'll see.
See where they mark it.
4th down and about a foot.
4th down, less than a yard. Jenison right now is in a 5-man front with those 4 linebackers up tight. So basically speaking, you've got 9 players to tackle the tackle.
By the time the ball snapped, they'll all be right there. Yep. You know that's going to go to Cole Elman right up the middle. There he goes.
Yep.
And it's going to be close. Referee right there on top of it. Nope, it's going to go over. It's going to go over to Jenison. So that's a big 4th down hold for the Jenison Wildcats. And
You know, that's kind of an interesting thing there that the officials did.
They didn't measure.
They didn't measure. I just, and I don't want to be critical of the officials, but I think in a case like that, I think because of the importance of that, I think it's only fair that you do have the chains come out and take a measurement. And again, it is the coach's prerogative to request that. They didn't even give him a chance to do that.
But anyway, Jenison will take over. 7:36 to go. They trail by 13, and they're on their own 15-yard line. Oh, the give on a delay to
number 27.
Zavitz.
Yep. He was brought down by number 58, or excuse me, number 50 for Kentwood. That's Shaddy. Shaddy came in there and brought him down. Second down.
The clock is
Kentwood
running.
staying in that top three, the front three.
Rolling right, looking. Has a man at the sidelines. Is
Drew
Drew Jenison, and got out of bounds. The stop the clock was 7:10. Only a gain of about 5 or 6, but it did stop the clock, which is more important. He's going to have to go deep here before too long.
This is
7
a big play
minutes
right
left.
here. Big play for both teams.
There's that swing pass out to the left again.
He did not make it. He didn't make it.
It's going to be 4th down, and they're in deep in their own territory, so we'll see what they do here.
That was number 25. Number 25 for East Kentwood came up there, made the tackle, and just did an outstanding job of playing that. Justin Lee.
They're going to go for it. 4th and 4 on their own 19-yard line. This is the ball game right here.
This is the ball game right here.
Kentwood can hold, they can run it out. Looking, swing pass out to the left. Outside, did he get it? Yes, he did. 1st down. No, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Well, it
no.
all depends on where they mark it, Ray.
Yep, we went out of bounds. It looks like at about the 23-yard line.
Get it again.
So it's 1st and 10.
The success of that play is the blocker. The success of that play is the blocker. He's out there actually leading interference, and that gave him the ability to pick up that additional 2 or 3 yards.
Trips left, and he rolls left now. He's going to carry it himself.
Oh,
and he's
he
brought
got
down.
hit. Boy, number 68 from East Kentwood came across that line of scrimmage. That was Matt Cableman. Matt's a new number in there right now, and I mean, he just introduced himself to that quarterback.
He gained about 5, a 2nd and 5, but the clock is running. It's more important. With 6:04, well, down to 6 minutes now. Looking. Oh, the receiver fell down.
Yep.
Slipped. Yes.
I think when Steve Brander gets home tonight and tomorrow, he's going to have a tough time. He's going to need a couple Advils to get out of bed. I'm going to tell you that right now.
He took a hit right there.
Oh, he took a big hit. He's going to have one sore body tomorrow.
Well, that does stop the clock, but it brings up 3rd down and 5 now.
Here we are, another big play.
Trips right.
It's 2-down territory.
Looking right over the middle.
Oh, number 17 went
Eric
right through his
Wieringa,
hands.
the intended receiver.
Number 25, Justin Leake from Kentwood came up.
He had good coverage too.
Number 17 from Jenison was right there. That's Eric Wieringa. It's 4th down. This is another big play. And again, I hate to say it, but this could very well be the ball game right here.
Well, there's 5:52 remaining. Clock is stopped. It's an incomplete pass. Brander. Again,
that play we were talking about before.
Swing out there.
Yep.
Did he get the 1st down? Yes, he did.
No,
well, this is going to be
I don't think
close.
so.
See where they mark it. Nope, they know it.
They didn't do it. They didn't
Jenison,
make it.
Jenison defense goes on the field, and the Kentwood Falcons will take over on the Jenison, 35-yard line.
Yeah, 33-yard line.
5:44 remaining, and they'll have the football.
But, you know, you stop and analyze that play, Ray. He really didn't have much choice. He had to go with 4th down. Kicking the ball away doesn't do him any good.
No, because Jenison or Kentwood has the ability to.
Right. They're now going to take that ball, and they're going to just keep grinding and grinding.
I think it might be a delay of game. No,
nope,
timeout Jenison.
They only had 10 men on the field.
Well, we'll keep it here. Remind you, we're here every Friday night On WKTV, bringing you high school football. On Tuesday nights, we're bringing you high school basketball. I've been doing the high school girls basketball, but we're looking for a crew that would like to volunteer and take over the girls sports here at WKTV. If you have an interest, probably maybe some coaching experience or officiating experience, and would like to become a part of our volunteer team and help telecast high school basketball this fall yet, and also take over and do some volleyball, if you're proficient in volleyball, we'd like to have you call the station 251, what is it, 6700?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. So give us a call and help us out. So now Kentwood, 1st and 10 at the 34.
And we've got 5 minutes and 44 seconds to go on the clock.
Coach Shalito wouldn't care if the clock ran out at the 1 yard line.
Nope. Right now, he just wants to hold on to the ball.
Yep, he wants that clock to run. Give up the middle. Ailman pecking his way.
Yep.
He's probably got 5.
The thing that you're concerned about here, Ray, is basically two things. You don't want to stop the clock if you're Kentwood. You want to keep it going. You don't want any fumbles. You don't want any unnecessary plays whereby you give Jenison a chance to catch the ball. So you're going to call the plays that are, good sound plays that you've been running all night with some degree of success. Keeping the ball on the ground and using up that clock.
2nd down, 6. Clock running now, getting down to 5 minutes.
Number 5, second man through.
That's Eric Foster.
Yeah. And of course, on the other side of the ball is Jenison, who's now very frustrated because they realize that they need a minimum of 2 touchdowns, and they can't score if they don't have the ball. And the way it's going right now, they can't stop Kentwood on this grind them out offensive machine that they've got out there.
3rd down and 3. Ball's on the 27-yard line. It's 4-down territory.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're just going to grind this ball. Just keep it and just keep grinding it.
Ailman. Again.
Going to be close to a 1st down.
Elliman down to about a yard short, I'd say.
Fourth down. 4th and less than a yard.
Guess who's going to get the football?
Pardon?
Guess who's going to carry the football?
Oh, yeah. I don't think anybody is going to guess wrong on this one.
Clock running with 4:10.
Foster just turned around and said something, so there may be a switch at the line of scrimmage.
Saunders did, yeah.
Yeah, I mean Saunders.
He's got Elman. Uh-oh!
Uh-oh, there he goes.
He's all the way down to the 5.
Yep, almost scored.
Or the 10.
Yep, almost
1st
scored.
down.
I think he got up to the line of scrimmage and made an audible, turned around and made that call. You saw that Saunders did, number 3.
Yeah, he turned around and talked to the 3 backs there. And
said something. And the blocking up front is pretty much the same. And that's just scheme blocking where they're just zoning it out.
3 minutes, 50 seconds to go.
A couple of observations, Ray, I think that are worth noting at this point. Strictly from a coach's perspective, when you stop and look at this East Kentwood High School offense, they are very, very confident in themselves. They're confident in how they handle the ball, their blocking assignments, and everything else. You don't see any panic. I mean, Jenison came down, they scored, and still yet the kids didn't seem rattled. They know that they can score. They know that they can make things happen. And the second thing, I've been watching the coaching staff over there. They're the same way. Very calm. Yep. Coach Shalito and his staff, there's no panic. There's no yelling, screaming, jumping up and down. They understand what their kids can do, and they're very well prepared for games in all situations.
2nd down goal at the 8.
This is a very, very good East Kentwood High School football team.
Corey Sanders, the quarterback. Who's got it?
I'm not mistaken. Corey's got it.
He's down to about the 1, I think.
He faked that off to number 5 coming up there.
I couldn't pick it up.
I know it. I couldn't either. But he faked it off. He faked it off to Eric Foster, and the entire Jenison from tackle to tackle tackled Eric. But Corey had it, and he went all the way down to about the 2-yard line.
Yeah, no, he's about on a 1.
About on a 1.
Up the middle.
I believe that's in.
He's in.
He's in. I'm not sure who carried it in, though. Are you?
No. We'll wait for the PA announcer to tell us, and I don't know that he knows.
No. Oh, I'll tell you, they are a lot of fun to watch. They are a lot of fun to watch.
So now the score, 46-27. The Falcons have really taken charge this second half. They've only allowed 1 touchdown, but they put some points themselves on the board.
Number 44.
That's Kyle Hinton.
There again.
Kyle Hinton good for the 2-point conversion.
48-27.
48-27.
2 minutes and
Kentwood
4 seconds left on the
We'll be right back right after this message. We're WKTV TV 25, your high school sports channel.
America, America, God shed his grace on thee and crowned thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining.
Find out what you can do. Contact Volunteers of America today.
You know, one of the things, Ray, that we talked about earlier in the game is the conditioning. I'm just looking at the sidelines over here. East Kentwood High School's kids. Coach Toledo plays an awful lot of kids. An awful lot of kids who played in and out of that ballgame with that type of an offense. And I think that really showed here in the third and fourth quarter. Their kids were well conditioned, well prepared. Jenison's also, but I think it just wore them down. Little scrib kick, number 80 for Jenison has it.
Takes it up. He's still going. Going down the sidelines, knocked out of bounds at about the 42-yard line of Kentwood.
Stephen Boss.
So with 1:56 to go, they're down by 21. And the Jenison crowd is thinning out. And already the traffic jam is starting out to the parking lot.
The people who came here tonight to see a football game saw a very, very good high school football game.
2 very fine teams. Well coached.
Both sides.
2
well
great
coached.
coaches.
Yep, both sides. Good coaching staffs. Kids were well prepared for this game.
Shotgun. Almost caught. Oh, he is. Thrown for a loss. There's a late hit. There's no sense to that.
No.
So they had him for a loss.
Yep, number 23 over there. That's Ronald Burns Jr., who's played such a great game tonight. And that was just one of those mental lapses. He had no business doing that. And Coach Toledo, I'm sure on Monday when they look at the films, he'll bring that up to him again.
They had him thrown for about a 14-yard loss.
Yeah. And now he's going to actually...
they're going to walk off 15 and they'll gain 2.
Yep.
My math isn't too good, but anyway, it's going to be 2nd down and 8.
That's pretty close.
Yeah.
As an old engineer, I think, isn't that what you used to say?
Yeah.
Put your thumb up in the air and
There
say,
you go.
all right, that looks good.
That's a politician. You put the thumb up in the air, see which way the wind is blowing.
There you go.
Standing in there. Hits the man on the outside. Oh, he went.
He dropped
it. He tried to go before he had it. Oh, wait a minute. I guess he does have it.
Well,
I thought he dropped
actually
it.
caught it, and then he dropped it. And the officials must have thought that he had it long enough.
He had possession.
Yep. And then he dropped it.
And picked it up.
Yep. So it was a completed pass.
So with 1:20 to go.
Yep.
Live action here.
Jenison driving, trying to get one more score.
Rolling left, looking, throwing, has nice pass. Pete Trammell. Good reception by Pete Trammell again.
Oh, yeah.
He's a good receiver.
Yep, he's an excellent receiver.
Six.
Justin Leak just the leak was all over him. He played it as well as you could, but again, he's got almost an 8-inch height advantage to him.
He's 6'3", 160 pounds. Or
and he went up. That pass was thrown up there high. Nicely done.
Right down the middle, caught for a touchdown.
Yep.
Eric Wieringa.
Number 12.
Thrown right on the money.
Yep. Matt Shalito tried to play the ball. It went right over his hands.
Take a look
Watch
at this
going
one.
right across the middle there.
Just thrown perfectly and a good catch.
I'll tell you something. There's no quit in these Jenison Wildcats.
And you can bet they're going to onside kick it.
Oh, you know that. All right, they're going for one here. Last time, remember, the snap was high.
48-34, 33. This will make it 48-34. It's up, it's good. And it's kicked way up into the band section.
I think it's back up there in the big tuba section, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Yep. He may have caught it with that big tuba.
So Jenison will kick off with 55 seconds remaining. They're trailing by 14, 48-34. Remind you that we will be here next Friday night. Is Wyoming Park, South Christian. Next Tuesday, girls basketball, Lee High School at Tri-Unity. So join us then. Tuesday night, 11:30. Friday night, 11:30. The replays for basketball are on the following day at 5. Replay for football the following day at 11 a.m. Sure. You see there, WKTV, we're in our 21st year of telecasting high school sports in Wyoming and Kentwood. Started out 21 years ago at Lee High School with a couple cameras, myself. I remember interviewing Terry Rice. You know him, Jim.
Oh, very well.
And Terry's still coaching golf.
Absolutely. And again, Ray, I think that's quite a testimony to you and your commitment to high school athletics.
Well, we enjoy it. It's a fun time.
Oh, yeah. They tried the onside kick, and it did go to 10 yards. The ball was recovered by number 13 for East Kentwood High School. That is a young man by the name of Christopher Harris.
And he took quite a hit.
He was brought down immediately. But I want to say this again, though, Ray. Tipping my hat to you. Your commitment to high school athletics and the athletes in Western Michigan is just outstanding. You stop and figure 21 years you've been doing this and doing an excellent job. Again, I know as a former athletic director, we always appreciated it when you were there. And again, congratulations and thank you on behalf of not only the athletes, but also the respective school districts.
Well,
too.
thank you, Jim. We like it when we get a top-notch football game like this, but we usually schedule them so that we make sure we get every high school on in our area every year, so that the kids have a film of their playing. Right up the middle, Coel Edelman, and the clock is running with 46. They'll probably get one more play off, and then they can let it run out. Jenison is not going to call timeout to stop the clock. They're down by 14, and with 30-some seconds to go, I'm sure they'll take a knee right here.
Yep.
And the final score is going to be East Kentwood 48 and the Jenison Wildcats 34. So there you see it.
There it is.
Takes
There's
the
the
knee
knee.
with
Yep.
11 seconds to go, and that's going to do it. The East Kentwood Falcons stay undefeated in the OK Red and move to a 5-0 record, 7-0 overall, and they keep going. They'll really seal up home court advantage, also home field advantage for playoffs.
Absolutely.
Coach.
I think there's no question there.
So,
and again, you know, one of the things you're looking at there, right there, I think that says it all for high school athletics. Look at that, Ray. Here these kids have played their hearts out all night long.
Yep.
And here they are now, right there in the middle of the field, shaking hands, patting each other on the back or on top of the helmet for a job well done. Coaching staff's out there too.
Well, we'll be right back.
All about.
We'll be right back right after this message. We're WKTV, TV 25. We're supporting student athletes in Wyoming, Kentwood, and Gaines. Hi, I'm Ray Peeler, sports anchor here at WKTV. We have a need that perhaps you can help us fill. As you know, last year we lost one of our sports announcers in Ed Kotler. His passing left a void in our sportscasting team. If you have experience as a coach or perhaps as an official and would like to become part of the WKTV team, give us a call at the station. The numbers be on the bottom of the screen or later on in the telecast. give us a call. Perhaps you can help us out. We're looking for someone with basketball experience to telecast girls basketball on WKTV. If you can help us, give us a call. Thank you. Well, back here at Pat Patterson Field, the final score, the Kentwood Falcons 48, the Wildcats of Jenison 34. Jim, we just seen one whale of a football game here tonight.
I think at the very beginning of the ball game, we both commented on the fact the pace of the game was crucial. And I think as the game went on, Kentwood had the offense that controlled the ball. Again, I think they threw 2 passes all night. One was on an extra point, and the other one was on a desperation pass. Otherwise, they ran it all the time, and that just gave them the advantage of ball control, which of course gave them the advantage of being able to control the game.
It was a 7-point lead at halftime, but Kentwood came out, moved right down, and scored. Went up by 14. And then when Jenison came down, they had the crucial interception, which really hurt them, and that just put them in a hole, and they couldn't dig themselves out of it.
Yeah, Matt Shalito came across there, played it very well.
Excellent.
Followed the eyes of the quarterback and made the necessary interception, like you say. But again, I want to comment that the coaching staff for Jenison just did an outstanding job, as well as Kentwood. And both schools should feel very good about the effort that was given by these young men. And again, this season is not over for either one.
Well, that's going to wrap it up here at East Kentwood High School. Once again, the final score 48-34. Our Falcons are victorious. For Jim Zankel and the whole crew, this is Ray Peeler saying good night. Be good sports, everybody.
That was good.